Hi guys, welcome back to That Effing Guy, and today we're going to discuss some Doctor Who rumours in regards to the 60th anniversary, and this comes from Reddit, specifically the Doctor Who news page. So, I'm not giving away the user because I don't want to, don't want to name and shame the person. But yeah, so Reddit is famously notorious for its leaks and people being like, I'm not an employee of the BBC, I'm not an employee of the BBC, but my sister's brother's dog babysitters works for the BBC, so I can't name them and all that kind of stuff. So this latest person, and I love them, right? They're fantastic. Some you do think they're pretty believable. Like I've done like one or two in the past year in regards to like the Reddit sources and the rumors, etc. And so, like I said, some of them are kind of believable. Some are just fun. They're just fun to talk about. Like they're probably this is probably absolute fucking bullshit, but it's quite fun. Just to clarify, by the way, I've had a lot of people question. So Hugh Grant probably 99% is not going to be the 14th Doctor. So I posted a video a few weeks ago talking about Hugh Grant and the rumor etc. that that he was going to be the 14th Doctor. And I actually forgot to say in my video, I think it's probably bullshit. I just went with the fact that it's pretty cool. Go for it. Why not? Who cares? It's all cool. I like Hugh. I don't mean Doctor Hugh. And the morning I posted it, he came out and was just like, I don't know where it came from. This source. It's all bullshit. And I never knew that. So when I posted my video, I got hit with like people being like, it's already been confirmed that it's not him. And I was like, well, Andrew Garfield bullshitted the whole of the MCU fandom for a whole year with, it's CGI, it's bullshit, it's Photoshop, and Exhibit A. Yeah, it probably is bullshit, but Hugh Grant could be lying. He could be doing he could be pulling an Andrew Garfield and being like, yeah, don't say anything, just say it's bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, I don't think it's probably not possible, let alone plausible, because he has an older gentleman, and I think he is like what 61, 62. So it's probably not, he's probably not going to be the 14th Doctor, but you never know. It's fun to talk about. That's what I'm saying. That these are fun to talk about. So, according to the latest post in Doctor Who news, we had the post Doctor Who 60th cast. So this is what this person said. Starting this off, I want to make it clear, they always do this, I am not an employee at Bad Wolf Studios, nor have I any association with it. But I work for LS Productions in Cardiff and do not have anything to do with the production of Doctor Who, so take everything I have to say with a pinch of salt. Okay. I love how these posts always start out with, now I want to make it clear, I am not the person who's leaking this. It's it's someone else. Like I said, my sister's brother's doctor's dog sitter. Anyway, however, the television industry is one based on who you know, and most of my friends also work in the industry. So he's basically grassing his friends in. Okay. One of whom is currently working at Bad Wolf Studios. Now, obviously, we know that Bad Wolf Studios is Russell T Davies, his production company. That has, like Sony have like crazy stakes in the company, which means Doctor Who will have like a bigger looking production, look better or look more cinematic than it already does. I think it does look cinematic as it is, but it will look even much better. But here's everything I know so far. The working atmosphere, I don't know, I'm reading this like I'm, a posh bastard. The working atmosphere at Bad Wolf right now is very stressful, with the company's ambitious goals for its future and the fact that it is taking on its most high-profile production to date. It's no wonder there are a lot of pressure and tension within the studio, being Doctor Who, obviously. My friend does not have a big role in the studio. Neither of us have been in the industry long enough. We're passing documents around in the finance and offices has meant he's seen a few names flying around and heard a few office whispers. Oh, this is where it gets very interesting. From what I've heard, in brackets now, And please don't take this for fact. He says Russell, take him as Russell, has been unable to swing Peter Capaldi around to the idea of returning. Now, we already know that Peter Capaldi has pretty much taken himself out of the running for, the 60th anniversary or any Doctor Who future. He has said, I think even just recently, but mainly during his the press tour for the Suicide Squad, he did say that he's got no real passion to return. He's already done his Doctor. He's retired it. It's finished, the end, done deal. Retire gracefully. I get that. I understand that. There was a time where there was a time where there was conversation between him and Russell, but he is adamant that he has finished the show. Rightly so. I get that. Eccleston was out the picture from the start. Well, Eccleston has already said, even I think it was one of the kind of Comic-Con fandoms a month or so ago, 2 months ago, that he would return for the 60th in one condition. It was only going to be him. He's not a massive fan of the multi-Doctor storylines. Yeah. So, who's returning? Who is returning? Out of who will be the main cast, it's unclear, as it's being kept heavily under wraps until filming starts. Whilst it's probably safe to assume we could be seeing Tennant and Smith, seen as both have expressed interest, both expressed wanting to return to the show. David Tennant, obviously, we know is on and off, return, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I keep doing this. Matt Smith has literally just recently, just during his the press tour and all that kind of stuff with Morbius, which myself, Steve and Dan are going to be discussing it over on our podcast, It's Only a Movie Podcast, link in the description below. He has said that he would love to return to Doctor Who, because he would love Doctor Who, is the best job in the world. He would love to return, and even Karen Gillan has said that she'd love to return to Doctor Who with Matt Smith and Arthur Darvill, etc. So there's massive interest from that camp, from the 11th Doctor and his kind of core cast. I know I've not mentioned Jenna Louise Coleman, I always look at the 11th Doctor and his core companion. It's when you think of Tennant's number one was Rose. I know we've got Donna and Martha, etc. Martha is criminally underrated, which I want to point out, by the way. It's also Doctor, and it's always Tennant and Rose. So I always believe it's 11th and Karen Gillan and that kind of stuff. So yeah, whilst it's probably safe to assume we could be seeing Tennant and Smith, seeing as both have expressed interest, I don't have any evidence to back up the fact that they have been asked. Okay. However, my friend noticed some agents' names further in the list. Judging from their salaries, it looks like these character roles will be cameos. Of course, these agents do work with other actors, but the agents of Peter Davison, Tom Baker, Sylvester McCoy, and David Bradley are all named in documents my friend has passed on. He's not seen anything associated with Matt Smith, David Tennant, Jodie Whittaker, Paul McGann, or Colin Baker. This would be either because they are not in it, or they have a major role and are kept very hidden. Now, look, like I said, whether you believe this or not, take this with a massive, he said a pinch of salt, I would say a fucking bag of salt, a crate. Now, look, in a roundabout way, he's either just telling us that, Peter Davison, Tom Baker, Sylvester McCoy, and David Bradley, who obviously played not only William Hartnell in the 50th anniversary little documentary, kind of biopic kind of drama. He also played, the very first Doctor. He played William Hartnell and also played the first Doctor in Twice Upon a Time. Now, look, he's either telling us that only they're coming back for the 60th anniversary, or he is what he's saying. No, the fact that Tennant and Jodie Whittaker and Matt Smith and Paul McGann are the bigger players, and they get the kind of bigger shh, don't tell. Colin Baker, though, I wouldn't say he's one of the kind of shh, don't tell us coming back. I don't see this. I mean, I think Colin Baker was sort of underrated as a Doctor, but he's not exactly a big kind of we want Colin Baker back, or we're going to, like there's nothing like we're going to riot. There's, I don't see there being much of an outcry for the likes of Colin Baker. No offense to him, but yeah, look, I believe right that most likely all of the living, still breathing doctors have been asked, and it's just a matter of just narrowing it down to like who's definitely going to come back, who's desperate and needs some money. I'm not being cruel, but it is like when it comes to like the older doctors, it's basically like anything's a paycheck nowadays. So yeah, I think like I think all the doctors, the actors who are still alive and kicking, will have been asked. Christopher Eccleston has just been an awkward bastard. I must admit, I'm going to be brutally honest. Great actor, great doctor, but he's just very awkward. Now, people will say, but rightly so, he had a very bad time on the set of Doctor Who with Russell T Davies and the producers, etc. Yeah, but the thing is, though, you can also be a very awkward actor as well, so it works either way. But yeah, I would love to see all the Doctors coming back, whether it's for a full-on 60th anniversary, big special next November, or specials leading up, etc. Cameos. They don't need to be like proper, like they're all there because they're all just there for like the whole hour and a half or whatever. Like, could be small cameos. I don't mind. What do you guys think? I mean, do you believe this? I don't not believe it, but it's a bit kind of I'm not sure, but it's interesting. It's interesting to talk about. I love all these leaks and a source said and all that kind of stuff. Especially on the Reddit, Doctor Who news page. They're fantastic. They really are good. Though I would say there's more of a reliable source when it comes to, I think it's the Doctor Who page on Facebook. It's actually just called Doctor Who page. They're more reliable sources. I think their latest thing is the two latest things is one, Murray Gold is supposedly signed on to return to do the music for the 60th anniversary. No word on further like the 14th season, the 15th series, etc. But he's definitely coming back for the 60th anniversary. Obviously, it's not confirmed, but they're more reliable than just people on Reddit being like my sister's brother's dog's babysitter. And then also as well like the fact that on Sunday we've got the Legend of the Sea Devils Easter special, and there's speculation according to the Doctor Who page that we will be getting an unveiling of the 14th Doctor, whoever he or she will be. Makes sense because if the 60th anniversary is pretty much almost ready to start filming, I think production begins supposedly, again according to rumours, etc., this month. Russell T Davies has obviously went, via his Instagram and his Twitter and been like, thrown up to be pictures and kind of, Easter eggs here and there, been like, or meeting today at Sony, we're meeting today at this. And so I believe that production is going to start like very, very soon, whether it be this month or next month. And so casting will have to happen. If the 14th Doctor is going to be part of it, because obviously we already know, and this is a complete confirmation. We know from people on production of Doctor Who Series 13, Jodie Whittaker, etc. And I think even Jodie Whittaker has said it actually, that her regeneration just ends. Like she was not there on set with the next person, so the next Doctor, well, according to her, wasn't there. So obviously we're then like, so this is the kind of first time. I think it's the first time, especially New Who, where the next actor or actress isn't there. So that's quite cool. So it's basically kind of like left to kind of book opened to who the next person is. So then they'll need to go and do the rebit and film the rebit separately. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching and goodbye.